What's a goodie, SLX? Today's video is about self mastery. All right, SLX, you were talking to your AI just now and you have created the epiphany. When you are learning a skill, it's not you mastering the skill. By you self mastering yourself, by mastering the skill, it becomes subservient. Okay? What do I mean by that? If you self master, which means completely and dictating how your flesh moves, okay? Because humans, by our hearts, we are wicked. The human nature is wicked. We are wicked. So, self mastery means mastering your own flesh. Once you get to that point, you're not really mastering skills, you're mastering your own body. What does that mean? The skill itself does not matter without you. This is the skill and this is you. There's no interconnection, okay? All it is when you master your body, the skill becomes subservient to you mastering your body. What does that mean? When you actually do the skill, whether it's rapping, whether it's beatboxing, whether it's dancing, whether it's playing video games, whether it's calisthenics, whether it's being a business entrepreneur, okay? When you master the skill cannot be skilled without your body. Let me say that a lot, okay? The skill cannot be skilled without your body. Why? Because the skill is not skilling itself. Your body is doing that skill. Let me say that again. The skill is not skilling itself. Your body is doing that skill. This is why self-mastery is literally the most crazy thing, is because if you just master your own flesh, everything else becomes subservient to your flesh. What does that mean? That means that if you're a dancer, the skill of dancing is not the actual skill. It is the body that you have mastered your body. Because without your body, there is no dancing. This is why self-mastery is the most important thing that we as humans need to master. Because after I self-master, then the skill of rapping, then the skill of beatboxing, then the skill of dancing are all subservient to mastering myself. The reason is that it's in my body. The beatboxing, the rapping, the dancing is in my body. The calisthenics, the being a business entrepreneur, the high income skills, right? Those are all in my body. This is why I tell my mom and I tell my dad, I am the high income skill, okay? Instead of going to work on a project, work on a product, okay? This is why I told my parents, the reason why I am so high income is because my income is my body. When I rap, that's my body. When I beatbox, that's my body. When I dance, that's my body. And I told my dad this, I told my mom this, I literally have the highest paying skills in the world right now. Rapping, beatboxing, and dancing are the highest paying skills in the world. Then on top of that, okay? Beatboxing, rapping, and dancing are the highest paying skills in the world right now, okay? Then on top of that, I don't need anything to make money. All I need is my body, my substance. Okay? If fiscal policy changed and money disappeared, what would you have? I have my heart, I have my substance to my personality, I have my identity. This is why self-mastery is important. Because have you figured out how your brain works? Have you figured out how your mannerisms works? Have you figured out how your body works? Think about it. Even if you've been in your body, you still are learning about your own body. Imagine that. Okay? This is why the covenant of marriage is important. Because your spouse will teach you more things about yourself. And vice versa, you should be able to teach your spouse about themselves as well. Okay? So why the push of self-mastery? It's not a push, bro. It's an electromagnification. It's a reeling it in. It's a magnetizing event. What does that mean? Self-mastering only comes when you are able to sit in silence. And I know it sounds so crazy because of people's lifestyle, because of people's whatever. But you can still be doing a lot of activity and have silence. What does that mean? Okay? That means that sometimes the best course of action is rest. Tardema. Why? That doesn't make any sense. How does that make any sense? Think about all the crazy shit that's going on in the world. Think about how many millions of events are occurring every single day. And you're telling me that the best way to understand yourself better is rest? Tardema? How does that make any fucking sense? It's because resting is a portal. Your body is the portal. Okay, shout outs to my numerology teacher. My numerology teacher taught me this. Your body is the portal. By you resting, what that happens is you are able to literally change the trajectory of the next 6 months of your life. If you took 3 days to rest, that sets you up for 6 months of success. What do I mean by that? The human body is extremely resilient to a certain extent. If you continue to tax your body, it gets to the point where you literally drain all the nutrients from your body and you end up getting dehydrated and you pass out. This has happened to me twice in my life, okay? Where I pushed myself, got dehydrated, and end up passing out. This happened 3 times in my life. 3 fucking times in my life, okay? And then when I did force myself to rest for 3 months, okay, then I was able to go to the studio and pump out 6 albums in one session. And music is a portal. Because once you make the song, that's it. This is why the music industry is so haywire. Because everyone else is doing a 9 to 5 where you go to a part-time job and that's it. You don't make more compounding effect of your money. Music is the only thing that you listen to the song over and over and over and over again. And nowadays, because of technology, all the royalties go directly to me. So what does self-mastery even mean? This also means mastering your environment. What the fuck does that mean? Okay? What that means is where you are is going to dictate the things that you do. If you are a person of music, you need to be surrounded by music. If you are a person of beatboxing, you need to be surrounded by beatboxing. If you are a person of dancing, you need to be surrounded by dancing. Okay? When I say self-mastery also goes hand in hand with environment. But how do you do these things? What it comes down to is literally just having your body in a specific space. That's it. I tell myself to go to the studio just to sleep. Okay, then when you wake up and you're in beta state or alpha state, your brain moves a little bit slower. I can focus more. Okay, the first thing that I ever do when I go to the studio is I take a nap. Then when I take a nap, I wake up, I'm in alpha state. My brain waves are moving a little bit more focused in a more meditative state that I can zen in on the studio. Okay? When I say environment matters, literally just having your body there changes. What does this mean? Let's say you're, like I said, like I'm a rapper, right? Just by me going to the music store changes everything. Because even if I do nothing, just by me being in the music store. So why self-mastery? If you self-master, everything else becomes a byproduct of self-mastery. If you self-master, money is a byproduct, your spouse is a byproduct, your talent is a byproduct, all that is a byproduct of self-mastery. But what does self-mastery even look like? Mastering your flesh, understanding your mannerisms, understanding who you are as an individual will create a ripple effect, because now who you are as a person is only you. SLX, what is your career? Myself. SLX, what is your job? Myself. What is your resume? Myself. What is this? What is that? Myself. Everything happens with me. Why? Without me, nothing happens. Think about it. Without you, your life would not be lifing. Do you understand the words that I'm saying? If you are not alive, then what life is there? This is why self-mastery is the most important thing that we need to push. Okay? Because after you self-master yourself, then you can finally be with your spouse. After you master yourself, you can finally be with your life partner. Okay? Then, what the self-mastery does is it literally tells you in real time. Why? Because this is all that you have. Why would you want to self-master? Why? You have your whole life to self-master. Why would you want to do it? Because this is all that you have. Think about it. If you did not have yourself in your body, what would you have? Okay, and I made this video a long time ago. This is biohack content, okay? Without your body and your health and your life and you being alive, without you, then there would be no you. So this is why individualism is very important. Because if you are not you, then what else is there?